morning stream. Today we're gonna be running some big passenger trains. We got the GG1 over here, and then the long train that goes behind it.
George, is this like your easy listening voice?
Yeah.
Hey, George, coming on my live stream.
Anyway, and then we have the little Joe back there. With,
just in case you didn't think.
Stop.
I'm here too. George's dad. Yeah. Wally. Coming right at you. Is this the part in the video where I get punched?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do it because then I'd probably get in trouble.
Yeah. I know important people.
Like my mom.
Yeah, I think so.
So.
All right, welcome to the live stream.
Yeah.
Passenger Train Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Passenger Train Tuesday. What we
Hey,
got?
George.
What do we got out? What was that?
George joined.
Oh, hey, George, what's going on? So, Passenger Train Tuesday, George.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got, George?
We have the
So we got online George, and then we got
George.
GFW.
Okay.
GFW. I'll call you GFW.
Call me George.
All right, I'll call you George.
So we got the GG1 over here, right there, and then we have.
What is that? Talk more about that GG1.
It's a JLC GG1 made in. God, I don't know when it was made. I think like 2008,
That's a good question.
Something like that, maybe or later. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet engine. Scale 5-stripe green, GG1. It's been used a lot. We love this engine. That's for sure. It's a pretty sweet engine. Yeah, and then we've got the here, just turn it the other way. We've got the passenger cars that go with
Fleet
it.
of Modernism passenger cars.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're called.
They're pretty amazing. They're scale. They're all like really cool. I like them a lot. I think we have, how many of them do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About.
Yeah, I think we got 7.
So we have about
I think it came
7
in a
of them.
5-car set, and I got 2 extras.
That's cool. So yeah, we got Katrina on.
Katrina. All right. Hey, Katrina, how you doing?
And then Old Railroad Crossing Productions. Hello.
Very
Welcome to
good.
stream.
Hello. Thanks for coming by, checking out the live stream.
And then we have little Joe back there. With,
Why don't you take him for a little walk around? Show him the little Joe, George.
So basically, got the little Joe right here. This is a Weaver little Joe. It's got Team CC. Pretty sweet engine. Like it a lot. Then we've got fleet of MTH passenger cars behind it. I think they're 18-inch passenger cars, right?
Yep, those are 18-inch.
Yeah. Hey, TDF lines. Got your little Joe. Oh, and then this car is made by K-Line. It's just something we had that we could use. But oh yeah, and we also have the Burke out.
The Chesapeake and Ohio passenger cars.
With these. Right there. Thanks, Katrina. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So
we can run some other stuff, or we've got this stuff. This is what we've got out. Some people wanted that was on yesterday. They wanted the Milwaukee Road equipment. They wanted the Little Joe run and the GG1 run.
Yeah,
so that's
Tim wanted the Little Joe to run.
Tim, you wanted the Little Joe? Well, we got that one.
Yeah.
We've got other stuff out too, George, but that's what we've got ready to run.
Yeah. So, you know.
Start her up.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk a little bit more in your smooth George voice? Hi, guys. George here.
Hi, guys. Annoying Dad here.
Annoying. What? Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah, George had 1,000 subscribers yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
If I remember correctly.
No.
If I remember correctly, and everybody who's watching, please confirm. if I remember correctly, George has to do a dance today for doing for hitting a thousand subscribers. Don't worry. Don't worry, GFW Train fans. I'll remind George about his dance. See? Tim even says yes. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Good to see you back here today. Thanks for swinging by. How things going out there? We're still at the stay-at-home order. George went out running. Got it running before the live stream today, but I haven't really been doing much. I feel kind of sloppy.
I also woke up at 12.
Well, you were up until about 12 yesterday.
Yes, true.
George's hours are all wonky.
Hit 1,000 yet.
Yeah, Jerry. I confirm with Jerry.
No, it's not dancing time. That was a long time ago. I did it once in one video.
Hey, Li Train. Thanks for swinging by. Greetings from Yorkville, Illinois. Glad to see you checking in from Long Island. Solid. Although we've been having like a strange short. You know what, George? The short seems to be happening at the same spot. What's that?
It's on the transformer.
The transformer. Ah. All right, sorry about this, everybody. Just wait for it to pop back, George. Move them around.
The switches?
Could be, but I moved the switches.
It's not going out.
All right, turn it off. Turn off the switch. All right, try and turn it on. We're having a short problem today. I don't know what's going on, so we were operating beforehand. Hey, Dad, how you doing? George, what's your favorite, diesel or electric? George is a diesel fan. Me, GG1 is my favorite engine. When I was growing up, I had a chance to ride on GG1 Amtrak, so that's always been my favorite engine. Sorry for the technical difficulties with our trains right now, but we'll get them right back going as soon as we can. No, Dad, it's not when the trains go over a switch. They work great, and it's just for some reason even though we've got circuit breakers and everything on, it's the transformer that's going that pops even before our circuit breakers. We think it's because it's got something to do with the switches, but I'm not 100% sure. And I think it happens over in that same spot. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. We'll deal with chasing that demon when we're not doing the live stream. Hey, Li Train, you're helping us pass the quarantine time too. We're in Illinois and we've got kind of the same stay-at-home order as you do. So thanks for swinging by. Thanks for helping us get through this lockdown. We're having a good time though. We're chipping away at doing some neat stuff on the train layout. Hey, George, Lego Geek's in the house. How you doing, Lego Geek? Hey, you're just in time, George. Or not just in time.
No.
George has got to do a dance for everybody today. It's gonna be great. Do we have a Hiawatha? Like a steam engine? We kind of have a Hiawatha. In fact, we're running it today. If you haven't seen it, but
We have one at Grandpa's house.
we don't have.
There's one at Star Auction.
We don't have the steam locomotive or a diesel locomotive. We don't have any Milwaukee Road diesels that would have pulled the Hiawatha. That said, I guess we've got not necessarily the Hiawatha. We've got the Olympian. So I guess it's not really a Hiawatha. But we've got the Mike's Train House oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. We've got the Mike's Train House Hiawatha cars, or they're the Milwaukee Road cars out today. Pulled by a Little Joe. Another one of my favorite engines. With so I guess this wouldn't be the Hiawatha as much as it would be the Olympian, but it's got the beaver tail passenger car, or the observation car, like they would have used on the Hiawatha. Oh, Lego Geek was saying steam, not electric. Steam, diesel over steam. Oop, that was me, I think. I accidentally pushed that, George. So we've got short on the layout. I accidentally pushed a button. It's not even switching now. It's because it's sitting on the switch, bud. Oh.
It's like freaking out now.
All right. Keep talking. Keep talking, dude. I got this.
Well, I like trains. I thought the Olympian was yellow. Like,
I don't know. I thought the Olympian is not necessarily yellow. I thought the Olympian is where the trains ran, and out in Washington, or out where the electric train is where the Olympian would run. Sure.
Because didn't those
GFW the Elder can weigh in on that.
Yeah, a GA dub. Are you using a single VW? Yes, we are. We're using the one that was on the original layout down here. What's your favorite locomotive, steam, diesel, or electric? I don't know. I like the cab forwards a lot. Those are probably one of my favorites, or my favorite engine. But yeah. Okay, I have to go. Hopefully I'll be back. Alright, see you, the Lego Geek.
Hey, I wanted to ask him. I didn't get a chance to check out his webpage. You got any new videos, Lego Geek? Before you go? All right, George, I think we're good to get a car. Where's the remote?
But, yeah. I'm gonna take this
George, this is what Grandpa says. He says the Olympian ran from Chicago. Dad, where'd they run to? Where'd the Olympian run to out of Chicago? And that the yellow trains came after the Milwaukee Road took over running trains to Chicago from the UP. He didn't put that in there. And they painted the whole fleet yellow. Hey, LI Train, how are things going out there in New York? We've been thinking about you and hoping that everything in the state is going okay with the stay at home and stemming the tide of what's going on with coronavirus. Ooh, did you see that little train drift there? So as you guys probably, well, maybe you do, maybe you don't know, the layout is still relatively new in terms of laying the track and getting everything all set. So 100% smooth operation on everything isn't quite there yet. We've got a lot of work that we're doing on the train layout, slowly and surely. It's nice to say that at least we got stuff going. It's been a long time getting to the point we are right now, huh, George?
Yes.
George is a great interview.
Yeah, don't want to interview me. Oh, I mean, like, not the news, sure.
That was his George.
No, stop!
Smooth George. Ready for the dad punch in the face. George, the train came off the track over here. I don't know if you saw it, but then it kind of drifted to the side there. So we've got the short. George is fixing the short right now. Hopefully. Doesn't look like we're having much luck getting the short fixed. Short fixed. Track on. Little Joe on. George, online George. Dukes of Hazzard jump is still set, trying to get the wiring done, and then I've got a friend of mine who's a carpenter, who's helping me with the Dukes of Hazzard, or hopefully helping me do the bench work for the Dukes of Hazzard over there. Oh my God, I just got side eye from my son that was like, oh my God, Dad, you're such an idiot. Yeah, I know. I've given that look to my dad before too, haven't I, Dad? So LI Train, that's good to hear. I'm glad that people are at least complying with the mandate. It took a long time here in Chicago, or in Illinois, for people to do it on their own, so the governor put in the mandate himself. But now people are tending to stay at home. Oh man, too many shorts today. Too many shorts. Did that come off at all? So, all right. There's the GG1. That's a really cool engine. It's one of my favorites. In fact, it may be my favorite train that I own.
If we get the Amtrak one, that will be your favorite, I think.
All right, it sounded like it just clicked back there, George. It says here. So yeah, George, Olympia and Hiawatha went through, went Chicago, Minneapolis, through Montana. Dad, where was the derailment on the old Milwaukee Road line? For those of you that don't know, my dad, I grew up in a town called Bartlett in Illinois, and it's on the old Milwaukee Road line.
It's cool.
So the Milwaukee Road ran through the town where I grew up, and I grew up loving the Milwaukee Road, or at least listening to the Milwaukee Road.
How many GG1s do you have, postal or modern?
Let's see. I have got one scale GG1.
Your post-war one?
I've got a 2332 post-war one. We've got the brand new post-war one. Is that a 2360 or 2340? 2340 in the barn find that we've got. So those are the two post-war ones. I have a modern Amtrak one, and I have a modern K-line one. So I think I've got 5 total GG1s. 5 total GG1s. We were running these trains last night flawlessly for a long time with no shorts. And I don't,
It's the switches.
switches didn't change between last night and today.
Yeah, they did.
How?
Put them to the W.
That was because they were doing this. All right, you're right. I'll switch them back. Come over here. I'll switch them back. Hey! LI Train says he used to travel to Deerfield, Illinois. Yeah, we're not too terribly far from there. About hour 15 minutes. I grew up in Bartlett. It's not too terribly far from there. It's probably about 45 minutes away from there. All right, hop in here, George. I'll fix up the switches.
Somewhere between Bartlett and Elgin, last car on the train derailed. Freight tore up the track. I saw them working on it. It's starting at Western Avenue. They finally stopped the train in Elgin, I guess. Oh, really? Wait, Bartlett and Elgin. Oh wow, that's a long way. Yeah.
So one of the things that I really think is cool, I was wanting to ask LI Train this. One of the things that I think is really cool is when George and I traveled by train through New York State, New York City, seeing the different rail services that were out there, especially the passenger trains. Wasn't that cool, George?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, we only really saw like passenger rail services. We didn't really see too much freight.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
true.
I didn't see any freight. The only freight we saw was in like yards and stuff like that.
So that's what I wanted to ask. Since we've got uh, someone from New York here on the live stream, have him give a little bit of info about the or ask. Can you ask him about the trains out there in New York? I'd be really curious to hear.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, it makes sense that there isn't really too many trains up there because it's the Northeast Corridor and Amtrak owns that track.
Oh, right.
So that might be the reason why.
Right.
Because I remember we were rail fanning out there, and all of my friends said that there's like a CSX local that was coming or something like that, and it was just they went all crazy because it was like the first thing we saw, and we didn't even see the engine, or we didn't even see it. Congrats on 1K. Thank you. Thank you.
He owes us a dance.
No, I don't want to do a dance.
I was thinking maybe Orange Justice.
What? No, I'm not doing that.
Justice League.
Justice League.
I'll get your sister down here and she can teach you a dance.
No, she's not gonna teach me a dance.
Is Katrina, you still
no,
listening?
No.
Katrina, if you're still on here.
I played Trains a New Era for quite a bit. That one's probably one of my favorites. Or the Trains 2006. That's the one I like grew up on.
What about Train Sim World, George?
Oh, which one is that?
That's the one.
Oh, that's the one. That one's cool. But I think it's too like. It's ahead of its time too much, you know.
No, tell me more. I don't
because
understand, George.
There isn't really. I mean, there is a lot to do, but it's just all like. I mean, like once you do it like over and over again, it's just kind of gets boring if that makes sense. I mean, it's a really cool game, and like if you're into like super real stuff, I suggest it. But there isn't really like it just kind of gets like awkward to play on like a console if that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, but I like the game a lot. I mean, nothing against it. It's just I prefer the other games we have better. If that makes sense.
The Trains?
Yeah.
I don't like Trains because I keep having to buy new stuff for that one.
Yeah.
George likes it because he doesn't have to buy everything.
I like it because it's like cool. I played Chuggington on the Wii. That's funny, Matthew. We got your caboose. Let me go grab it. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this on any of the videos, but this caboose was made by Matthew in chat right now. He's a friend of mine from Washington, and he when he came to visit, he gave me this caboose.
Hey Matthew, how you doing out there? Everything safe in Washington where you're at?
Just bought.
Hey, bring that up, George. Show everybody that.
He just bought a tub of trains for $60.
No kidding. That's cool. That's cool. Well, I can tell you what. We went to a train show, and as TDF Lines, Tim on the chat can confirm, that caboose was a rock star. Everybody loved that caboose.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. Thank you for it. Why play the game when you have the real thing in O gauge? That's what Grandpa said. Yeah, that's true.
Grandpa, we're working on something where we want to do it where we can actually run the trains, where we can have you run the trains at our house from your house.
Yeah.
That's our beta testing, and then we're going to do that where we can run your trains from our house.
No school for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Holy cow. We're
Matthew?
Yeah, we're not going to school till I think April 7th. Yes, it was. It was really cool. Yeah. Pretty sweet caboose. That's for sure. He also gave me a bunch of patches too. Scout patches, yeah. I think they're down here actually. They're in that tub.
Alright, George. I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So let's get the show on the road.
Start her up! Any success?
No.
Check down here that I wired it up right.
Do you have a Discord? No, I do not.
No, I totally got it wired up wrong.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Whoopsies.
So explain to me what Discord is.
It's like I think it's like Skype. I'm pretty sure, but it's like a server where like multiple people like, it's like a constant call. I
I
think.
saw something yesterday about how you could like use Discord on a live stream
I think you
and
can.
like include people on the live stream.
Yeah, I think what's his name?
Try it now, George.
SMT Mainline does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nada.
Nothing?
Nope. Anywho, GFW needs an entire GFW trees. Yeah, we're working on that. We're trying to find an engine to paint up.
We got one.
Which one?
The Mopec.
Oh yeah. Okay, I
We
thought you were gonna
just-
say the NW2. I was like, no.
But we got to find somebody to
Yeah,
do
we
it.
gotta
A buddy of
find
mine. But the guy that we've got, a friend of ours, does trains and fixes or like paints trains, and he does a really beautiful job. But I went to the favor well with him, and I don't want to go back to the favor well again. He's the guy that wired up our double crossover.
He does the actually he did. Oh, it's not out. He did the it's at Mr. Ween's house. He did the painting for the TCA table cars for a long time. It is too bad we can't plug in a video from my house when you are live. Would have been neat yesterday. I was running down the cellar this morning. Oh, that's cool.
We saw one for sale.
Yeah, there's one on Stout Auctions. You should buy it.
Crap about the Stout auction.
Yeah, this guy was amazing collection. He had, I think, like 4 or 5 cab forwards. I think 3 Lionel ones, 1 Line Master, the other 2 Legacy, and one like that one over there. And then he had a couple of Mike's Train House one. I'm gonna have to paint my own train car with my channel name. Yeah, the Mopac Heritage Unit. No, it's a Mopac GP20, I think, that my dad got. That
I got it at the silent auction for the
TCA convention.
2002
Yeah,
convention.
in St. Charles, Illinois.
Never used it.
It's never been used, and it's command upgradable. So, and we have the upgrade for it. Don't worry, not the Mopac Heritage Unit. I'm going to have to paint. Yeah. It's like Skype. Yeah. People have asked me to do that, like my friends and stuff like that, and I don't know. I just never really have done it. Why should
I think that it's working. Oh.
So then it can run on this corridor from I don't know. You should just buy another one. I think it would be really healthy for your train layout, Grandpa. Right?
Yep.
See? You should buy it. Dude, he's got a JLC, big boy. He's got a JLC Challenger. You should buy the Challenger so you can run that one.
We've been talking to somebody about buying a big boy.
Yeah.
The first gen big boy.
Yeah. I have a Lionel scale Legacy cab forward, powerful with great sounds. Yeah. We don't. I think the only Legacy steam engine we have is the Burke, but it's that. I mean, the TMCC ones are pretty great too. But yeah, I enjoy running trains for all you guys. Pretty cool, yeah. Oh yeah, here's the Mopac we want to paint up.
Should tell Matthew too that we're looking for another caboose so we can make a fancy base for that one. Take the.
Oh yeah, maybe we should buy one of those camera cards. Paint it up here, 30. So basically, this is the one we want to make into the. I assume it would disappear. No, what? You just wouldn't know it. What?
So this is the engine that we got. That here.
This is the engine we want to paint up. Oh.
Well, that's what we got on tap. We might try and get a little fancier engine than that, but that's one that we've got that we've never used. It's not command control right now. It's command upgradable. It's from that era, and we do have I bought a long time ago the the unit to upgrade it. I'll put that away, George.
Okay.
And then I think we're ready to run trains too.
It wouldn't disappear, Grandpa. It would just, I don't know.
Be displayed
It
in
would
an
be on
alternative
a
location.
long-term lease.
It would be displayed at an alternative location.
Yeah, just like 4014.
You might have to go down there. I don't know what the...
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go check that out real quick.
So while George is troubleshooting, I'll come back. I'm glad that was a good O, because I didn't have any idea what was going on. What was wrong, George?
You unplugged the legacy base.
Oh, I unplugged the legacy base. That'll do it. That'll do it. How we doing now? Got her up and running?
There you go.
I have the Lionel Legacy cab forward. Ooh. LI Train, what do you think of that engine? That's a sweet engine. We've got the TMCC one. We don't have the Legacy one, but those Legacy ones from the catalog look amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Grandpa, you should get it.
So LI Trains was asking how many engines we could run on the layout at the same time, George.
Probably about 4.
With the power that we've got and everything that's set up, we can run as many as we want, or at least as many as the transformer will allow. And I'm guessing the way that we've got it set up, I don't have any real fancy electricity work on here. That's kind of not my my knowledge base, but the transformer, we've got an old post-war ZW, and the post-war ZW can probably, I'm guessing, operate 3, possibly 4 at the same time. I'm trying to wire in an MTH DCS, and I've been struggling with that, and the wiring underneath the layout is all based upon MTH DCS, and if I don't get that figured out, oh, there we go, short over there.
Solid.
Yep. Says here. I assume it would disappear from day. How many trains? I think that when they finally get the blocks isolated, even out in command, they could run many. I agree with my dad there that once we get the blocks isolated, but the problem is that DCS and wiring the blocks, I don't have my head wrapped around that, so not really sure, but I'm not having luck with the DCS. So LI Train says the only downside is that the whistle smoke is right next to the smokestack. Otherwise, it's, oh, yeah. So the whistle smoke on that engine, it comes off, and it's like that you can't see both of them. That's kind of stinky, especially because that's such a neat feature. But man, in the catalog, that looks like such a cool engine. I haven't seen it yet. Train Kid 4501. I have 4 Bachmann and 1 Tyco HO scale steam locomotives. 3 of them are 060 and the other is 282. The Tyco one is an 080. Oh, that's pretty cool, Train Kid. What are the railroads of those locomotives? For those of you that didn't catch this, we've got 2 engines that are running here. We've got the Fleet of Modernism with the GG1 over here running today. And we've got a Little Joe running. The Little Joe's coming over here. So LI Train, like I said, just getting back to my wiring on the layout. I've got the stations. I've got the station in blocks here, but they're not blocks in the traditional sense. They're just blocks in the sense that right underneath there, I've got them so that I can shut them off. I'm kind of at a juncture in the train layout where I don't know what to do. Whether I should go towards a control panelist layout,
and just do everything on the command control, and specifically they got that set up through the DCS,
Yeah.
or whether I should go with the command control, or I'm sorry, with the control panel, and have it useful in the sense that you can run trains from the control panel. It's a tough choice, especially since I have so many traditional trains and post-war trains. Yesterday we had fun running the post-war.
This is going to be an interesting.
All right, so George has got the two trains coming head on, and woo! I have to admit, that scared me a little bit too. Oh. So the GG1 has certain spots on this layout. That GG1's a solid runner. We can run that thing for hours on the right layout without it popping off. But the GG1 has been giving us problems on certain corners at certain times, and unfortunately, it's not on the same corners all of the time in the same spot. Like this, when we were running the CNO, it's always right there that gives us problems with the CNO.
And over there too.
That's where I was pointing.
Oh.
I wasn't doing that. You couldn't see it. I got my virtual pointer here, George. So Tim's saying to go with the control panel layout. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Hey, Angel Garcia's got a question for you, George.
What?
He said, how did you get into O-scale trains or O-gauge trains?
That person right there. My grandpa and dad both collect O-scale trains, and it's just kind of what I have access to, and I think they're really cool too. I honestly think they are a lot cooler than HO scale and any other gauge, just because I think that they are more technologically advanced, and I like the companies that make them too. They're pretty sweet. But yeah, that's my that's what I say about it. But
That's what I'll say about it. All right, so what else? Train Kid, that's cool. You've got a neat collection of those steam engines. Thanks for sharing that. He was saying that he's got a couple of HO steam engines, George.
oh, that's cool.
And he was going through those. Two of them are UP, one of them is SP, and one is Chattanooga.
Oh,
One
yeah.
is also NSC and SL, that's nickel plate, right?
So yeah.
George is like acting like he knows, but he doesn't know. As a father, I know his different faces, and that was I think I know, but I don't really know face. I'm teaching you guys about George. Tim was asking about the diameter of the Y. George, why don't you explain to him what the diameter of the Y is?
72, or basically it's 072 right here. But yeah, it's an 072 Y, and then these curves are 072, which I don't understand why it keeps giving me problems.
We'll have to check to make sure that the radius is, that the radius of the the radius is good. We'll go back and double check that. Some of the trains run good and some of the trains don't. It's weird. Like right here, this switch, this is I think it's a number 6 switch, Ross switch, and 99% of the trains that we've got run okay on it, but our Berkshire just doesn't work real well going through there at a slow speed. Because of the connections, but almost every other train that we've had, there's no problem. All right, so go ahead, George. So we've got the Y over here that's 072.
Yeah.
And that's 072 Y piece. How about on this side, George?
Well, we've got, these are both 072, except for this one's cut a little short right here because of the speed switch. And this is a 72 as well, right here. Originally, it was just going to be come out through here and just kind of S through here to make a reversing loop. And then it would go up on the second level. And, well, it's still going to do this, but originally it was just that track. There's going to be, these weren't a thing. And then it was going to come up and be opposite, so it would be come over here. And there'd be like a bridge right here that'd come over. And,
We're still going to do that. It's in the plan, but that's tough. So we wanted to have a fun operating layout before we built the second level. So I threw in this other Y here in the track plan. And I had that speed switch. And that's one of the main reasons why I had that put in there. Put this speed switch so it would fit.
yeah. No other trans would fit.
All right. The railroad is Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis. Thumbs up on that. George and I, that's beyond our scope of railroad knowledge.
Yes.
All right. So where are we at? All right, LI Trains, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, all right? Thanks for coming by. Good luck out there in New York, and stay safe, stay healthy, all right?
Yeah.
So, Old Railroad Crossing Productions is it here, George?
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hi. I'm trying to put a toy space shuttle on an N-scale flacker. Oh, that's fun.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that is cool.
I love it. You're going to have to show pictures of that or something. I'd love to see that one.
Yeah. So I missed part of this last. And it's okay. I mean, we just started. Oh, we've been on for almost an hour. Wow.
Have we?
Yeah.
What time is it? Oof. Well, welcome, Xander.
Yeah.
Glad you can make it. Show Xander what we're running.
Right now, here. You wanna?
Yep.
So basically, right now we're running the GG1. And then we're running the Lil Joe. Oh, shoot. Lil Joe right here. That's a Weaver model.
What number is that one?
20. And then over here, we've got the Burke back here in case anything goes wrong. But yeah, then the GG1 over here. Fairly new runner. I mean, not fairly new, but it's pretty new to the channel. Actually, that's not true. This is probably one of the older ones. I had a video on it a long time ago, probably about a year and a half maybe ago, that I had on my old floor layout.
Oh, you know what we can do, George? I got a good idea. One of the really cool things that I like about this GG1 for everybody that's here and loves GG1s is the pantographs move up and down automatically on it.
Do you know how to do that?
I'm going to set it up, and then we'll share that with the with the pantographs. I think that'd be fun to do. All right, so back at it, George. Sorry.
But yeah, so basically right now here, I kind of wanted to switch this train around so we're going opposite direction. That's fine.
Why don't you show everybody what you're doing?
So basically doing this, moving the train around.
Oh, did it not switch?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
My uncle had a Rail King F3A. It's ridiculously fast. I gotta enter one of those train races. Yeah. We have a history of fast trains. Let's put it that way. But yeah, we have a pretty nice collection of speedy trains. You can ask my dad. I am the Train Racers World Champion of the Midwest Division of the TCA.
Disputed.
No.
Disputed. I'm faster. And then also, Bill Coe. I think he'll dispute that. George is self-proclaimed.
No, I am officially, according to me, myself, and I. In fact, I have my great race engine. He doesn't have a race engine, or official race engine.
I do have a race engine.
He goes through race engines like he goes through road runs.
I have a wife. 20 years. George, that's it.
In
20 years.
In high school.
Oh.
But yeah, this is my race engine. I've had it for as long as I've been alive, so.
All right, so George doesn't quite get the way that like broadcast works. Hey.
But I get how shorts work.
When you're on live, you can't just like walk away.
I was putting the train away.
I know you can tell. You can tell me. Oh, look at that's frustrated with Dad. For all of the people that want to know George's faces, look at this one's a frustrated with Dad face right here. Shut up, Dad.
Oh, I got an idea. Kind of a stupid idea, but it's an idea.
All right.
I'm down to challenge your title, LOL.
Ooh, Angel. That's sweet. We were gonna have train races.
I'm retired.
Actually, Angel. Here's the sad part is the Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association for their March meet was gonna have train races, and the meet got canceled. But it was gonna be something where we could do a challenge like that. I'm changing the lighting around here because
he needs mic clips on collar. Okay.
What? Oh,
Grandpa says I need a mic. But instead I have HO scale. Oh, fun. I've got a little bit of N scale. In fact, I can go. Do you guys want to see my N scale collection? It's pretty small, but it's a.
George, why don't you get that N scale?
Okay, I'll get that.
He's got some N scale stuff. So I'll come back in here. George, can you do me a favor before you go, though? Can you flip or hit that circuit breaker back up? So this is one of the things that I did, or I with a little bit of help, but I put in these drawbridges. I thought George was going to put that down. But anyway, I like the so we can walk in and out of here. This one I had a friend of mine make the framework, and then I put it in, and we've got another one over here. So,
all
right.
Some traction tires I found. These might work. I bet you do.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, now I just got to figure out how to put traction tires on. Put that on the list. So George has got his N scale collection right here.
So I have a pretty nice weathered Penn Central. Oh, just keep it the way it was. That's fine. Pretty nice Penn Central weathered boxcar. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's nice and small. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's been weathered. Yeah, it's all of these have horn hook couplers though. So
what are horn hook couplers?
Not horn hook couplers. Rapido couplers, I think.
What are rapido couplers?
They're other than.
I'm just gonna. Not that I don't know what those kind of couplers are. Rapido couplers are. I'm testing you to make sure that you know.
Yeah, I really don't know either. I just know that's.
So that's 2 for 2 in terms of knowledge.
Here's this Burlington caboose I have. Pretty cool. Well, you need to isolate first, take train off, and then add it.
Uncle T.O. Jeff's in the house.
Oh, hey.
Spell Fighting Irish. MSU.
Here's here's one of the engines I have. None of my engines work. They're all the same, but I think they're made by Bachmann. Pretty cool.
That's the issue with George's
I don't know much
N scale train collection is that none of the engines work.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a.
This is probably my favorite car of the collection. It's a Monon hopper car. You can see it? Here, I'll take it out. Ooh, if I can figure out how to take it
Jeff, thanks for coming by. Good to see you. I'm glad you were here yesterday. It was good to touch base.
But yeah, pretty cool Monon grain car. Ooh, this comes off, I think, too. Or maybe it's not supposed to, but it is. But yeah, I have this box right here, which consists of some miscellaneous cars as well. And then over here, I have this, I think it's supposed to be like a knockoff of a Pacific Fruit Express. because it's painted the same way, but it says Fruit Growers Express. Do you think that is supposed to be that way?
I bet you that somebody on there could tell you if it was or not.
So if Fruit Growers Express is a real thing, please let me know. Man, if you have any old N-Skill trains, you're wanting so I can have them, please. I'll think about it. I have this cool, I think this is a Seaboard boxcar. Pretty cool. I have a cool Western Pacific boxcar. Fortunately, it's not a 6464 boxcar. Oh, that's cool. Dubai Gargraves track. I know I've sold tons of them on eBay. I thought throughout Illinois. Really? Yeah, we actually bought a lot of our Gargraves track from train shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, we bought all of the Gargraves track at train shows. Most of the Ross switches that we bought, I bought new. I bought a couple off of eBay, but most of them are new. But the Gargraves track, we were able to find a lot of it at train shows, or I was just over the years able to accumulate.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm going to have a lot of leftover Gargraves track, too. Got boxes that I haven't even touched yet, and I think I've got enough for what we've got left.
Yeah. So here's a Santa Fe cool car. Oh, Fruit Growers Express is a real thing. That's cool. Did not know that. And then I have this cool Jack Frost tank car.
So, Jeff, Indiana's shut down. Welcome to the club.
Yes.
That's what we're doing now.
Club.
Shut down. Plenty of time to watch some GFW trains live stream, to hang out with us. Good to have you in the house.
Then I have this Bachmann quality since 1833 N-Scale GP40. Pretty cool. And then I have another one as well. I have 3 of them. So, yeah, that's my N-Scale collection. I have a couple of other cars, I think they're upstairs, but they're not worth showing.
So weren't you just saying yesterday, George, we were talking about different layouts that we could do train videos of, that you wanted to do Uncle Jeff's layout?
Yeah, I did.
So, he's on there right now. Why don't you give him an ask?
Can we do a video on your layout, please? And thank you. And your demonstrator units, your train masters.
So you're getting
she's an N-scaler. Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that. Or I think I did. Yes, I did. I knew that.
All right.
And then my collection fits in a Lionel Trains tin. So yeah.
Angel says he sort of regrets selling some of his trains for his car hobby. I kept most important ones like the Legacy Big Boy and the Challenger. Those are some pretty cool ones to keep. Angel, what'd you sell? First off, 2 questions. One, what did you sell when you got out? And 2, what kind of car or what'd you buy with the money that you got? All right, so George is out putting away his N-Scale collection. While he's doing that, I want to share something with you. I think this is really cool. Here. Let's see. All right, so there's the GG1, right? Here you go, George.
Yeah, it is a GG1. I have forged. Oh, cool. Should bring those out sometime. That'd be pretty cool to see. Isn't the Legacy Big Boy Vision Launch?
Please hold your position. Roger that. Pennsylvania 4876 here. Standing by.
Let's see here. All right, I gotta go back. Sold an Allegheny and oh gosh, in a 3751. Angel, those are some pretty cool ones. DB Tech, hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming into the live stream. Says
PFC.
ooh,
Dude, I want to
dang.
get those. Those are pretty cool.
Forge 408 Stoker, nice. Yeah, DB Tech, you got our names right. Thanks.
Solid.
Beth wants to know where the Canton area is for our GG1, George.
Wait, what do you say?
Beth, Jeff wants to know, or Beth, Tia Beth wants to know where the Canton area is for the GG1. George is, all right, there we go. Look, this is called the Ghetto Canton area right here. There it is.
Wait. There we go.
Perfect. Perfect.
You know, just like the main one.
That's how we do it in Yorkville.
Yep.
Let's see. DB Tech, it's a GG1. Yep. Old Railroad Crossing says he collects NASCAR 164th, 143rd, and 124 scale cars. Oh, that's cool. George and I are race fans too.
We like IndyCar though.
Not so much. We like NASCAR. I like NASCAR. George likes NASCAR, but our favorite is IndyCar.
Yeah.
We are huge IndyCar fans.
I like what they're NASCAR's also doing the iRacing thing. I saw a video on that the other day.
Come back over here, George.
But yeah, we
Yeah,
have an
the
iRacing
iRacing.
simulator. Well, we have the subscription for it. We don't have a simulator though. That'd be something cool to do. I wonder if we can use the steering wheel we have for the PS4.
I don't know. I was going to look into that. It's on my list of things to do. How do I have so many gosh darn things to do? All the time to do it, but I can't figure out how to get it all done. All right. Does anyone have any old N-scale trains that they don't want?
I want mine. I like mine.
Ah. All right, DB Tech, you just got finished working. It's funny how sometimes you take for granted working. I've been doing a lot of work from home myself.
Yeah.
I'm glad, and Jeff says that Beth approves of our
Oh yeah.
our Canton area.
Yeah. it's the ghetto Canton.
Ghetto Canton area. Get that Milwaukee Road going.
Jimmy Johnson also train. I think Sammy has that train as well.
Oh
My
yeah.
cousin, yeah. Time chasing ambulances when you can get rich. Where's that from?
Oh, he's just talking about attorneys chasing ambulances. Yep. Don't have time.
Does anyone have HO skills trains that don't want? Yeah. I mean, I'm selling some, so if you want me to bring those out, please let me know. I can do that.
Hey, the other thing that I want to do, it's really cool that we're everybody's here and hanging out with us. We're doing this 3 p.m., right, George? Is that what you're doing? 3 p.m. every talk about that.
Doing it 3 p.m. every day until I go back to school.
Maybe I will take a couple of days off for the weekend, or every day, no matter what.
Well, yeah, maybe a couple days off, but I'll let you
We're
know.
planning on every day until we
Yeah.
hear otherwise, right,
Yeah.
George? Or you,
Oh, you have 164 IndyCar diecast. That's cool.
what kind? What's the Indy car? So anyway, I apologize. I got lost. George said he was going to do it 3 p.m. I'll try and get by here every time I can at 3 p.m. Probably about an hour, between an hour and 2 hours every day. Hang out, chat.
Sorry.
There you go. Mama's in the house. She's the rock star. So getting back to what you were talking about, where was I going? Oh, please, we got a lot of people that are on here. Take a look at their YouTube channels. Everybody subscribe to each other so we can support each other in the community. Keep talking there, George.
So, yeah, if you want me to show those HO skill trains, I think somebody said they wanted me to. Let me
Do
know.
that on another one.
Okay. But yeah, so maybe someday in the future I'll bring them out, show you guys. But yeah, just I guess splash accident. So. Oh, look at that. The little Joe, lost the...
Alright.
That's okay, it's an easy fix. The diecast made Greenlight collectibles. Oh, Fernando Alonso, that's cool. He didn't race in the Indy 500, last year. He raced 2 years ago. He did pretty well, but 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I'm sorry. Oh, she went back upstairs. I'll tell her you said hi. But yeah, McLaren not getting inches mixed up with
Here, give me that out. Let's see if I can get that out. Milwaukee Road.
all you need to do is just shut off the power. But yeah, I like Fernando Alonso. He's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you want, if you have any requests on anything we can run, right now we've got a lot of stuff you guys have already seen. We've got the Y3. I don't think we've ever run on a live stream. We've got the AC9 cap forward. We have the new Burlington Ace. I can show you that to everybody.
So one of the things I always like to do, and I know that some of the people checked in the other day, but I like to see who's watching and what their gauge of preference is for model railroading. Obviously, you can see it's O gauge, but George has got other gauges too. What else you got, George?
N scale, HO, O scale. Have some S scale, and I think that's about it.
What is everybody who's watching the live stream? What's their scale of preference? What do you collect? Weigh in on that. As you're weighing in, George, why don't you show them the Burlington you got here?
So latest addition to our collection. It's a Lina Legacy Burlington Fantasy Heritage Unit for the BNSF. Ooh, something happened to this coupler. But yeah, so we bought it at the DuPage Train Show. Oh, it's a pantograph. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We bought it for $225. So I think that was a pretty good deal. But yeah. Okay.
That's maybe why it's $225, huh?
I think I know it.
All right, we'll keep talking.
Any cool accessories? Not at the moment. Just trying to get everything on the layout wired, if you know what I mean.
So Angel's O scale, George Wordrick's O scale, Train Kids HO, yep.
Fixed it.
All right, you got that fixed. Angel, we don't have any Mohawks. Dad, so Angel, George Werder, who's on here, is my dad.
He's got
George's
one, doesn't he?
grandpa. He's got a lot of stuff. We are like a subsidiary, or not a subsidiary. We're a, what do you call it? Auxiliary. We are an auxiliary display of some of his trains from time to time, right, George?
Yeah. We gotta bring them all out sometime. Show you part of his collection.
Hey, Stephen Williams here. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Thanks for coming by.
Can you show the HO ones? My collection's too big to show in the video. That'd probably have to be like.
Well, that's something we can pull out some really cool ones tonight,
Yeah, I can go grab some.
and then we can show those tomorrow.
Oh, sure,
right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
We'll pull those out tonight, some of the cooler ones, and we'll show those tomorrow. If you can swing by tomorrow, you think you come by tomorrow
Yeah.
when we do the live stream?
Yeah, I have some pretty cool foreign ones, or like 2 foreign ones. And then I have some decent. I have one brass engine, which I think is really cool. And I have a couple of just other miscellaneous cool engines. Jane, on my collection, yes, I have a Mohawk first line on one. Is it TMCC? Is it? Have you seen it?
Yeah, and I don't think it's TMCC though. But I can't remember.
Oh, it could be the same as the T1,
Right.
right? Yeah. No, thanks for having me. Yeah, no problem, Stephen.
Stephen, you're in Illinois here too, if I remember correctly, right? And I was trying to remember, but I can't right off the top of my head. Are you a trucker? Is that right, or am I just imagining things? Just curious as to how things are going for you. We're doing a stay in here at our house, and you're probably under the same rules. But I remember you're from Illinois. You're a Chicago guy. Love that.
I had a brass third rail Allegheny, but a legacy Allegheny later on. That's cool. Oh, Chicago. Do we have any third rail? And Scrap have any third rail stuff?
Third rail what?
Third rail company? Manufacturer?
No.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I like third rail. I think they're pretty decent company. I like how they use TMCC, although unfortunately they're not around anymore, if I'm correct. Come out when Scale Hudson came out. Yeah. Oh, it's conventional, that's right, yeah. Chicago as well, yes.
So, George, one of the things that you do to keep the live stream going is you can ask them questions. What's your favorite railroad? Check in with your favorite railroad.
Yeah. If you guys want to tell me what your favorite railroad is, that'd be pretty cool.
Hey, Stephen, I've watched your channel. I like a lot of your rail fanning videos. What's your favorite spot to rail fan? Angels in Chicago as well? We got a lot of Chicago people out here. Stephen, we were talking yesterday, and Angel, I think, was in on the conversation too. We're talking about having or thinking about doing a YouTube meet and greet out at the Illinois Railway Museum this summer when things get a little bit more calm with coronavirus. Going out there on a day and doing a meet and greet, having a tailgate out there. Thought that might be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it would be. I would like. I like RM. It's a pretty cool collection.
What's your favorite train out there at IRM, George?
That's a tough question. I like the Little Joe they have. That's pretty cool. Or the it's a tough one. I like the mallet they have out there.
That's a cool engine.
Yeah.
All right, check in here. We got a lot of people from Chicago in the Chicago area. What's your favorite? First off, let me ask this: from the people from the Chicago or whoever's on the live stream, that is, one, have you been to the Illinois Railway Museum? And two, at the Illinois Railway Museum, what's your favorite piece of equipment that they have there? Tim for the record, George's favorite is the 630.
16.
Oh.
I have I have 3 third rail pieces. I would like to get more. I like third rail. I think they put a lot. Their engines are really nice. I like their AC9 that they have because I think it's got the oil tender, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, sounds cool. I've never been to IRM. Oh wow, yeah, you got to go sometime. It's amazing. They have a really cool collection. They have a couple of cool They have some really cool operating engines. I think does their GG1 operate there?
No.
No, but they have a little Joe that operates there. The South Shore one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Steven, you really got to go. You're being as big a rail fan as you are. They have got the best. I would say, in my opinion, it's the best railroad museum in the whole nation.
They do have a gas turbine engine. That one's like really cool. But yeah, I don't think there's anything in it though. I think they like completely gutted it. They have a working AM7. That's pretty cool. What else do they got? They got a cool,
2 steam engines.
They have the Shay, the Shay and
They've got a working Shay
and the 1630.
1630.
You
You got to explain that one, George.
What? What about it?
Why you take so much grief calling the 1630 the 630?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you. So George, we went to the IRM and George took a video out in front of one of the steam engines that's going. It's the pride of the IRM. It's the 1630, which I don't remember what kind of. Do you remember what kind of train it is? Like what the configuration is?
It's 282. No.
I don't remember. But it's beautiful. It's a Frisco.
It runs, Grandpa. It runs. I know that for a fact.
Anyway, George did the video on it, and he called it the 630, which was another engine that we had just been on at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. And our buddy Tim, who's on here, TDF Lines, Tim got on George's case because Tim puts in a lot of time volunteering on that engine. And he's like, 630, 630.
Oh, it's a 210, 210
All right.
Russian decapod.
Cool.
Oh yeah, because wasn't it supposed to go to Russia but didn't? Yeah.
Okay, Angel likes the UP Big Blow. That's the turbine, right?
Yeah.
Right? Let's see here. Tim likes the 1630, of course. Not the 630. 1630.
That's his favorite engine.
Yep.
What do you do on the 1630, Tim? Like, what do you work on? Yeah. But yeah.
So, what do you guys think, Angel, Steven, if we did a meet and greet out there in Chicago or out there at the Illinois Railway Museum? I'm not holding your feet to the fire or anything like that, but would that be something that you'd consider going to? Like if we did a tailgate out there? I thought that might be fun.
Yeah.
Rocky fans, like Rocky the movie? Oh, Angel went to the Railway Museum in Green Bay and saw the 4017. You have to tell him about your trip to the Railway Museum, George.
Yeah.
I love that one, too. That is a cool museum.
So the local Cub Scout troop went to it, and they asked me to go, and I was like, yeah, sure. So we went out there, and we spent the night there, and it was really cool because they had this cool program that we did. And yeah, they had this really cool program that they did where we acted like we were hobos, and we made these shacks out of cardboard, and we slept by the trains, and it was really cool. We slept right out in front of the big boy.
It was cool.
Yeah. So
4017, right?
yes.
Rocky Balboa. I like Rocky. What's your favorite Rocky? Rocky 1's a classic, of course, but I like number 3 with Mr. T.
Really?
Mr. T.
I've never seen that.
Oh, he's never seen Rocky.
I
What do you think, Train Kid 4501? You think I should take him to see Rocky?
Yeah.
But not take him to see Rocky. I suppose you can't do that. Whoops.
But
So Tim, that's what you do. You get it all prepped in the morning before you run it. The 1630. That's kind of neat. George really wants to go out there and start helping at the Illinois Railway Museum volunteering. He doesn't drive yet though, and I'd have to take him out there, and that's going to be a.
We gotta convince Mr. Minetti to buy a speeder so he can run it out at our
I like that. I like that.
South Shore 830 runs. One person can only run it. When it gets ran, we have to drop the pantograph. Yeah, I've seen videos on it running. It's pretty cool. Why is that only one person can run it? What's that?
That is the perfect response right there. I am so glad he made me, Jeff. He made me so proud with that response right there. He didn't even know. He doesn't.
See Ruby instead.
Yeah, he said on the response, see Rudy instead. He turned to me and said, "What's that?" He still doesn't know. I love it. I love it.
Rudy who? See, Grandpa doesn't know.
He knows. He knows. It's a movie. Rudy's a movie about a football player at Notre Dame, George.
Oh.
It's an inspirational movie about a football player from Notre Dame,
I
just
have
like
no
Rocky.
idea why one person can run it. Oh, that's weird. And we got that engine is a pretty sweet engine. I like it a lot. Even though I think it was a little too big for the South Shore.
Hey, I wanted to loop back around real quick. Steven, you said that you were labor for the city of Chicago pouring concrete, man. I'm glad to hear that you're out there doing that. I know it's tough times, and get out there, or that you're out there working, doing stuff for all the people of Chicago. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Tim, can you drive any engines yet? Or are you trying to work your way up the food chain? We wrestled as a team against all those Woodruff brothers.
That's the Rudy family, George.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were all wrestling coaches in the area. And when I was growing up, we wrestled against the teams that they had. Angel, you like Rocky IV? All right, wait. So Train Kid says he likes Rocky IV. I break you. And so Rocky IV, he fights a Russian, George.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Soviet Union. It's the Soviet Union. That one's a good one. Rocky III, he fights Mr. T.
Who's that? I don't. Wait, is it?
What? Oh my gosh, you made me happy when you said that you knew. You didn't know who Rudy was. You make my heart hurt by saying that you don't know who Mr. T is. My heart hurts, George. Don't worry. For everybody that tunes in tomorrow, I will educate George on Mr. T tonight. I promise you. Tomorrow he'll come back fully educated on who Mr. T is.
We switched the conversation.
They can't hear you, George. That's your smooth George voice. It's like. That's my pissed off at dad voice, but I can't say face. Pissed off at dad, but I can't say anything about it. By the way, George, aren't you supposed to be doing a dance or something?
No.
1,000 subscriber dance? Hold on.
Okay, I did my dance.
Nope, that's not it.
I did a dance.
Come on, let's see
That was
Orange
a
Justice.
dance.
Orange Justice.
Orange
Thousands.
No,
You know what I mean. All right, do one of those Minecraft dances. Come on.
Minecraft dances. Okay, I did it.
Nope, doesn't
Oh,
count.
I did it.
Doesn't count. Come on, George.
Can you just take the video from Milwaukee and say I did it?
No,
Does that
dance.
count? Oh.
More. Keep going. That's good. That's perfect. Said count, everybody. I got a
No,
question.
because people are gonna say no.
Oh, poor Georgie. Poor George. All right. Let's go take a look at some of these trains. There's our, for the people who haven't seen our train layout around here, here's our train layout. It's relatively new. We've just, within the last couple of weeks here, got all of the track laid and up and running and operating. There's George yawning. There's George in the house. It's Gargrave's track with Ross switches. And we've got it running right now off of Lionel Legacy with a ZW. One ZW.
I'm not doing it again. No way.
Video froze. Oh, DB, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. So for the people that haven't seen it, this is where we're going to start. This is a real mess right now. This is where we keep all of the stuff we're working on the layout for. But over here is where we live. This is what we're going to ultimately model. It's going to be the city of Yorkville. That's where we're from. And then we're coming around here. Right over here is going to be a river, Fox River, a river that runs through Yorkville. Coming over here, moving east. Well, the first part's kind of creative license. We're not actually moving east. But coming over here, and then this is going to be the city of Chicago over here. We're going to make the city of Chicago skyline, and we're going to have the backdrop for it. Then we're moving over here. This is the station, and what you see here is just kind of beta. These are just ideas we're throwing around, but we're going to have two levels. We're going to have a bottom level and an upper level, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But that's why we have this high platform station back over here. But we've got the old Lionel station. I believe that's a 313 station. I know my dad's going to be like, oh, I can't believe you don't remember. See, even I had to deal with that, George. So that's on a platform up here. We'll have the top up there. Again, that's just kind of beta. We've got the station platforms down here. We got 4 pull-through tracks.
Oh, yeah. You can get
Oh, it's a 115 station, not 313. 115. So then we've got 4 pull-through tracks. We've got 1 ramp track back over here, and then the high track is going to be behind the ramp track. And back up over here, you can see, I'll show you this part right now. We've got a Y here, and then a Y over here, so we can switch trains around from one side to the other. And then back up over here, we've got a yard. This is, again, beta phase. We're trying to figure out the correct configuration for the yard that'll work best in there with the switches that we have. Hey, Iron Fox, welcome to the stream. And anyway, the track plan is actually made for 2 levels, and it's a double dog bone design with part of the dog bone here, and then the second part of the dog bone being on the top of the second level. The problem for me is that my carpentry skills for making a second level are pretty, they're not good. So as far as this goes, right here you can see where the F3s are, the Santa Fe. This is the ramp for the second level. Second level comes up here, up here, up here. We've got a lift bridge that hopefully will be wired in as you go up. Up here, it keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. And that's going to be about the height of the second level. Right now we call that the Dukes of Hazzard ramp because it's the ramp to nowhere. Woo! But anyhow, the second level will ultimately come around here. And there'll be a second level that goes around the layout all the way around here. Around here, around here, around here, around here, coming around here. And then behind the station, like I was talking about, that's why this part of the station is on the second level. So it'll be the second level will come up into the station here, and then back the second level. We'll come back across over here, cross over here, and then come back around this way. And right up here there's going to be a switch that connects all of that. Confusing, yes, but it'll hopefully when it's done it'll be really cool.
Yes. Let's go take it over to the. Is that ketchup? What do you mean by that? around 3 weeks ago, my history teacher got me 3.
Oh,
Oh,
hold on.
talking about this, I made these cars a long time ago when I was like,
A long time ago. It's like 3 years ago.
it's a long time ago.
Ask Grandpa 3 years ago was a long time ago. Hell, ask Tim if 3 years ago was a long time ago.
Anyways, continuing. Basically, these are ketchup cars.
Where was this at that you made these, George?
The 2017 TCA convention.
What's the TCA?
The Train Collectors Association, and it was in Pittsburgh. And for the kids club, they made a bunch of these cars, and there weren't too many kids there, so we got to make a lot of them.
And why are they ketchup cars in Pittsburgh, George?
Because the Heinz factory is in Pittsburgh. Am I right? Yeah, yeah. And yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So Heinz donated the ketchup for the cars, or the bottles, and then they made these cars, the ketchup cars.
And now it's free advertising. So, yeah. If you want to sponsor us, please do. I have a go-kart, sort of. Run full of trains. Hello! That's cool. Railroad Crossing Productions. Do you have any modeling experience? I make 1 to 200 scale models of ships mostly. That's cool. I used to make I had a bunch of kits that I made that were HO. But yeah. More cars for Bilko's Heinz train. Yeah, that's right. Actually, one of those is supposed to be his.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never given it to him. Should do that one day. Yeah, he's got a legendary Heinz train. He's also got a legendary Kids Club boxcar train. Pretty cool. But yeah.
Ask a question. Open-ended question. Favorite?
What's your favorite engine?
I'm trying to teach George a little bit about broadcasting. Not that I know anything, but rather than saying, yeah, it's like ask a question, open-ended question, like what?
Do you have Grandpa? Do you have a Grandpa George car? I have plenty of cars that Grandpa George have bought. Some of them consists of this whole train of Milwaukee Road, Lil Joe, and boxcar and passenger cars. Yeah.
So you ask everybody what their favorite locomotive.
What's your guys' favorite locomotive? I think I have the Kids Club train. I think the Kids Club train that is like 30 plus cars long. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty long. It's in a couple of my videos. Actually, the cab forward pulled it. And I think one of my first videos of at Milwaukee. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet engine. I love it a lot. And the cars too. Those cars are really well made too. But yeah. We have also those cars. This funny story actually. K-Line made those cars back in 1999, right?
Which ones?
The Kids Club ones?
Yep.
And K-Line made those for the
Train
TCA.
Collectors Association Kids Club.
Yeah, and where's my name on it? At least JDL Racing has our sticker on the car. We can slap your sticker on the side of the Little Joe. Anyways, so yeah, Kids Club made them, and they didn't have enough, so they made, I think, about 100. How many Lionel ones do you think they made?
Probably less than 100.
They probably made less than 100. Is like a huge myth for a long time whether or not there was a Lionel Kids Club, Trains Collector Association club or club car. And one day, my dad was going through eBay looking at those cars, and he found one for sale. He bought it, and yeah, it was kind of a strange story on the car. The guy said like one of his mom's patients, or like his mom was a nurse, and one of his mom's patients gave it to her, and
Donated to it. No, the patient did it. It was donated to the hospital.
Oh,
Guy tried to like track it back as to where the car
Yeah.
came from.
and yeah, so we found one confirmed, or we found a Lionel Kids Club car, but yeah.
Oh, barn full of trays. Didn't see you do your dance, George. Perhaps you should do another dance.
Nah, you can just scroll back and the live stream. It's okay.
Barn full of trays. It was like pulling teeth to get George to do a 1,000 subscriber dance.
Yeah,
George, you should do it again.
I'll do it for 10,000. Chicagoland Hobby has O-Scale Metro for sale.
Does it really? Ooh. We like Metro.
Yeah, we're hopefully in the next 10 years there'll be a Metro going by our house.
In Yorkville.
Yes. I'll have to go back to watch the dance. Yes, you will. Of course the big boy, but I also like the Yellowstone. Yeah, that's a pretty cool engine. In fact, I've seen there's the one preserved in Duluth, Minnesota, and we went up there for the Boundary Waters as a high adventure trip, and I told my dad we needed to stop to see this engine because it's pretty cool. But yeah, we saw that, and it's a pretty big engine, that's for sure. But yeah, that's one of my favorite engines as well. Give him the fancy death. It's regalia, Grandpa. It's regalia.
Oh, that's true. You can do a Native American dance.
I'm okay.
George George actually does Native American dancing, fancy dance. He's really good. That's a good idea.
I can go show you guys my regalia. Let me go grab it.
Ooh, that's a great idea. But I say we do regalia tomorrow.
Okay.
Come back, and I promise George will show you his Native American fancy dance.
I'm not gonna put
regalia.
it on to show you guys. But yeah, I saw the Yellowstone when I went to Minnesota. Yeah, that's a pretty cool engine. They have a lot of Duluth, Minnesota is a pretty cool train place to go rail fan. They've got a bunch of short lines out there. It's just amazing. I think they.
Not to cut you off, but Matthew has to go. Matthew, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Hey, see you guys. See you, Matthew.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We had a good time. Tomorrow, what time are you doing it tomorrow, George?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock every day.
Yes. Actually, I have a train pass right next to my house by Midway Airport. Oh, that's cool. Man, I think we've trying to think of what railroad that is. I don't know. There's a lot of railroads.
Why don't
in
you ask
Chicago.
him?
Yeah, what railroad is that? I've bought all of my Metro trains from Chicagoland Toys and Hobby. That's cool. That's something I'd like to get in the future is some Metro
Yeah,
passenger cars.
we had a Metro train for about a day. Got it for Mike's Train House from a friend of ours, but it didn't work, so we had to take it back.
You're thinking of the Amtrak.
Oh, it was Amtrak,
Yeah,
not
it was
Metro. All right,
You are
not
lucky.
so smart.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we saw the Arthur M. Anderson too when we went down to Duluth, Minnesota. Because right now it's, I think, in storage down in Duluth. And we saw something that looked like it. What do you think it was? Did you think we saw the Arthur M.
Oh,
Anderson?
heck yeah.
Yeah.
We looked it up.
Yeah. But if you guys know what that is, that was the ship that was with the Edmunds Fitzgerald when it sunk. Or near it. Not with, but... I live near a short line that's called the Sketchy Valley Road. Every person I've told on the live stream will pronounce it wrong. Probably just pronounce it wrong. Yeah, we live by a short line called the Illinois RailNet. It's a pretty cool short line, although they do not. Does the Illinois RailNet have a confirmed paint scheme?
Not that I know of.
I don't know, but they have a cool Illinois Central locomotive that they've never painted up. That I've only seen like twice. It's run by our house, but yeah. My grandpa has an O-scale Metro cars from MTH. Then the engine from K-Line. He has the CTA, but my grandpa gave him.
Oh, that's really cool.
I think I've seen the Metro train on one of your shelves in one of your videos, Iron Fox.
Iron Fox, George and I watched your video that you just made this morning.
On the coal loader, right?
Yeah, and the coal loader and the coal ramp. Pretty cool. Check out, for everybody on the stream, check out Iron Fox's actually check out everybody's channel for that matter. Support each other. Subscribe. Iron Fox just put out a really neat video on post-war coal ramp and the post-war 390. I can't remember the number for the coal ramp, but a 397 coal loader and how they work together. It's really neat.
Not sure the railroad name, but it goes to the rail yard in Bedford Park. Is that the one? No,
That's over by Midway Airport. Airport.
that's interesting. We'll look that up. The boat you saw in the museum was.
No.
It wasn't in a museum.
We were on our way to Dad to answer your question. We know the Valley Camp out there at Sioux Locks, but when we were going to the Boundary Waters, we went through Duluth, and we rolled by a couple of ore boats out there, and we one of them was Arthur Anderson.
It was in store. It was like by an abandoned like ore, or not abandoned, but like not used ore. I forget what. Ore loader that like ramp that the trains go onto. I don't know what they're called.
I don't either.
But yeah, it was. You could tell it was in storage. Like all the windows are boarded up and stuff like that. And I think somebody might have bought it because I did some research on it, but I'm not. It might still be there. Indiana Harbor boat road. Oh yeah, that might be it. I have a steam engine or a model from that.
That's
that
cool.
road.
And so the CQT Railroad is
It's probably pronounced wrong as well. Yeah. I am almost at 230 subs. I got 227 now. Go subscribe to Train Kid 4501. Get him at 230 subs.
subscribe to everybody on here. Train Crid 4501, Iron Fox,
George Wardrick.
Angel Garcia. We got who else was on here? Old Railroad Crossing Productions. Let's see who else we got on here. Barn Full of Trains. Xanderman. And gosh, I want to say that Stephen Williams, right? Yep, Stephen Williams. Yeah, all good YouTube channels. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yes, y'all not pronounce it wrong. Yeah, see?
We still pronounced it wrong?
Yes.
CQG.
At Chicagoland Hobby, they sell a lot of post-work accessories. Yeah, we're pretty stocked up on post-work accessories. What would you say?
Yeah. Got some cool ones. For those of you that know post-war, what's your favorite post-war accessories?
Mine's the I like the milk car.
Milk
accessory.
car?
Yeah.
My favorite's
With the one with the brown roof.
the milk car with the brown roof?
Yeah, the long one.
I don't care either one of them. I like the brown roof one was always one that I like better than the white one. But as I got older, I learned to appreciate the white one.
I think the yellow. Which ones do you think operate better, the white ones or the brown ones?
White ones. White ones operate.
We
good.
have a couple of those, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool. Unit train of those. But
Oh, that would be.
you would need a strong engine for that.
My favorite post-war accessory is the gantry crane. I love the gantry crane.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing the Arthur M. Anderson with you guys. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. You saw it at the locks.
Yeah.
That's right. You sent me
You
pictures of
know
it.
that little boat you got in the restaurant? So the Michigan State one, yeah. At Chicagoland Hobby. Oh yeah.
Yes. The switch.
Oh
the
yeah,
switch
yeah,
one.
yeah. That one's pretty cool.
Let me see if I can find that one real quick.
That's on the shelf.
Yeah, I do too.
Just be careful. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that one's cool. Another one of my favorites is the one that Iron Fox did. The little milk cars work better by far. Yeah. Well, the Bosco one. Grandpa? Have you ever run the or worked the Bosco one? That one I know, or Bosco. I think that's it, right? I don't remember, but that one's pretty cool. That one's in the display case. Love to see it. Yeah, he's going to get it. Like the coal loader and the milk car. I really want to get one day the magnet crane. We have the magnet or gantry crane. It's in pieces though. I think he's talking about no, not this one. It's the one that was in the corner.
Is it this one?
No, it isn't.
All right.
It's the one with the dude at the lantern that comes out and it's like swings. I forget the name of it. It was on the corner of my layout for a long time. The log loader, yeah. I like the log loader. I had one on my layout. I want to get it properly wired up one of these days. Gotta head out for my online class. Enjoy the live stream. Alright, cool, man. See you later. Wait, when's your spring break? It's the same as the brown roof car. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. That's the one.
Okay.
That one. Do you mean gate man? Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. Operating gate man, yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean, George. Yeah. That one's a pretty cool accessory. I've got a lot of accessories that I've had for a long time that were in my lab that I've never really gotten a chance to wire up. Hopefully in this lab we can do it. But, yeah. My spring break passed last week. Well, college is not friendly with COVID-19. Oh, that sucks, man. Where do you go to college? Well, if you're not going right away, where do you go to college? I like the look on the Conrail SC70 Max or SC80 Max. They're cool, yeah. They're really big engines. I have an MTH one, PS1 though, so we don't really get to run it that often. But
Which one's that?
Conrail SC70 or SC80 Max.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got an MTH one. Those are pretty cool. I like those. Stinks that they weren't really too good of an engine though. But yeah, University of Illinois at Urbana.
Oh, that's where you might go to cross country camp.
That's cool. Oh really?
Oh really?
That's cool. Well, thank you for joining the live stream, Angel. See you tomorrow. Which do you prefer, MP15 AC or SW1500? SW1500 by far, I think. I don't really know what the other one is. I'm almost done though. Just want to get my aero degree already. Oh yeah. See, you were talking to us about that the other
Angel,
day.
just out of curiosity, with the degree that you're getting, what particular job do you want to get into? Is it aircraft design? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
When you get the milk car, remember to check it if it can contacts are on both.
Help.
Before I didn't know about that. The first one I had to do. Oh yeah, we've got a couple. We've got the one with the brown roof, and then we've got a couple of the newer ones too, right? See you guys. I just realized you made that section of track that flips up so you can walk into the
See you,
train.
Angel. Thanks for coming by today. Actually, George, how much longer are you planning on streaming? Because I'm going to go upstairs and start getting ready for dinner myself.
Probably 15 more minutes.
Yep, 5 o'clock?
Yes.
All right.
So, yeah, I can't wait to get my Kato and Skill SC80 Mac on Friday. That's cool. Yeah, I like Kato a lot. They make pretty cool trains. Although they don't make O-scale trains, so. Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay, I gotta ask you guys a question. Which one do you prefer, the AC9 or the cab forward?
Ooh,
Which one do you like?
AC9.
Really?
I
love
like
the
the
cab forward.
Streamline.
I mean, it's the only articulated engine that was Streamline. Yeah.
Yep.
Probably with structural analytics or heading at Collins Aerospace in Rockford. Oh, that's cool.
Really cool, Angel. Thanks for sharing that.
We'll talk more about it tomorrow. Solid. AC9, really?
Haha, AC9!
I won't be able to check until 4 or 5, but you guys are in
Central Time.
Yeah, so that's about 4, right?
Getting a lot of AC9s. Yeah, 4 o'clock.
And everybody loves these. I love the cab forward. That's my favorite.
Cab forwards are cool. I'll give you that. It's like saying,
Which one's better, the big boy or actually? That's good.
yeah.
My wife made dinner. Gotta run. See you, Steven.
Hey, Steven, thanks for hanging out today. Remember, 3 o'clock, right, George?
Yeah, 3 o'clock. Come
Every
back to
day?
the stream. Every day, and if not, we'll tell you otherwise in the stream. But
Train dogs. I like that.
yeah.
Train dogs. Copyrighted. Stephen Williams.
Oh shoot.
Running low on power here because we didn't have it plugged in, huh, George?
So AC9, huh? I like the AC9. That's true. Well, I gotta see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh. Alright, see you guys. Make sure to come back. 3 o'clock.
George, what's your favorite train? Like favorite
Cat
train
Ford.
of all?
Cat Ford.
Cat Ford is your favorite.
Yes.
I know, but I'm just.
Oh, yeah. Grandpa gotta check out Ranger Internet. Is on the other side. Okay, see ya, Grandpa. See you, everybody.
Thanks for coming by. Don't forget what time tomorrow?
3 o'clock.
Every
Central Time.
What is tomorrow, George? It's Wednesday. What are we doing?
Hump Day.
Hump day, right? What's
Hump Yard.
Ooh, Camelback.
Okay, yeah. We'll do a camel.
Hump Day Wednesday. We got the Camelback. We'll get out the Camelback.
That's right. Yeah. Do we have any other engines that are like that, or like strange like that?
Small steam.
Okay, yeah, small steam.
We're gonna
Can
do
do that.
small steam tomorrow.
SW1500 or GP40. I like the SW1500. Honestly, I think GP40s are kind of just generic, like steam engine or diesel engines. I don't know. What's that face for?
TP40s. Solid. It's solid.
I like
I like I like switchers too.
Actually, I think the most generic like diesel engine that everybody like thinks of when they think of diesel is probably an ES44. What would you think?
Yeah. Yep.
I'd love to see the Camelback. Yeah.
Cool. Tim will bring it out. We got some small steam engines. We'll bring out small steam tomorrow.
I haven't. Yeah, that one hasn't been out in a long time.
Yep.
I think last time it ran, I shorted out the layout, and my dad got mad and put it away for a long time.
Me mad at you.
It was a pretty bad accident. I was little, okay. It's like when we first got. It was like when I first was like learning how to use the TMCC, and we got it hooked up on the layout, and it was pretty new, and it was just as I got the Dash 9, or my first Dash 9, and it was an amazing time because I had this brand new TMCC Dash 9, or not brand new, but it was a Norfolk and Southern. I love Norfolk and Southern, and I was, it was a very exciting time for me, that's for sure. But yeah.
So what happened?
Could you get your? Oh yeah, we'll do that tomorrow as well.
Well,
Oh yeah, and we were running. Sorry. And we were running. He got out the Camelback because at the time we only had a few TMCC engines that would run on my layout. I think we had a couple of small steam engines. He brought that one out, and I forget what happened, but I created a bad accident and I got put away. And I couldn't reach it too, so I couldn't bring it back down either. Because I remember when I was little, when he was at work and I got home from school, we had the Polar Express. And I don't know, for some reason, I guess I felt like he didn't like it when I ran the Polar Express. So I'd take it out and I'd run it and then I'd put it back all the way before he got home. So.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
I like it when you run all my trains, George. I like all my trains.
I don't know, it kind of felt weird, like when, I don't know, I was running your trains without you.
I was thinking about that too. We're gonna have a movie day where we run movie trains. And we'll run the Polar Express and we'll run the Hogwarts Express.
Okay, sounds fun. Do we have any other trains for movies?
I gotta think about that.
We can make some, like find some movies with
I
trains
like
in
it.
it.
Yep. Oh, wait, we get HO tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we got small steam, humpback, Camelback Wednesday, small steam. We're gonna get out some of the HO stuff to show.
Yeah.
And anything else? Any other requests for tomorrow? 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, DB Tech.
Yes. That's right. But yeah. For the last 10 minutes of the live stream, which one do you guys think is better?
Oh, and the dance regalia.
Oh, that's gonna be a busy live stream.
That will be a busy live stream.
Which one do you guys think is better, the Little Joe or the GG1?
Good question. Capping off the live stream. Here we go. Learning, George. GFW trains. Look at the big train. All right, why don't you show around the layout?
Alrighty.
So you can stay here, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's just stay here for the last 10 minutes. But yeah, so which one's better, the GG1 or EP5? I think they're called, right?
What's
I
that?
don't know, the little Joe. But yeah, we'll give it 5 more minutes and then end the stream. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Love to hear you guys' feedback.
So George, remember on the live stream you gotta ask questions.
I did. Nobody answered.
All right, their answer it doesn't. It's got a little bit of laggy. It's laggy.
Okay.
So then you talking favorite railroads. What's railroads by your house? You can ask them who they like better, Lionel trains or
What's
MTH.
on your shirt, Wally?
Oh,
Train Collectors Association T-shirt. It's for our train club, the TCA, or Train Collectors Association, Midwest division that we're in. It originated in 1958. My grandma created the logo for it at the California Zephyr, or not California Zephyr, the Burlington Zephyr, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
it's a club that we belong to.
Yeah. Greatest club. Could you sub to this channel?
What's that?
Wait, could you sub to this channel? This is where I do the live stream. Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
All right, we'll do that.
I like both the Lil Joe and the GG1. It's hard for me to say which one I'd like the most. Yeah, that is a tough question. I like looking at pictures of just the Little Joes, like in Montana, just because that's just like a really cool, just watching them go through the mountains and stuff like that. GG1s are pretty cool too. I like those. You know, I think it's crazy how like cramped it is inside the cabs of those.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we went to the Railroad Museum up there in Green Bay. You can get up in the cab. It's really cramped in the GG1 cabs.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. That engine, I forget, it's got as much horsepower as the big boy, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't have as much, or I don't know. Like it's got as much horsepower as the big boy, but something about it is God, I forget. It's pretty cool though.
You know what? I think I've got some footage in the can from when we were up there about that GG1. I've been
You did a live stream.
Yeah, we did the live stream, but I took some footage of that, a couple of different things up there. But I haven't been able to produce a video out of that stuff. Maybe I'll do that. Look up that stuff and do that.
Yeah.
All right,
But yeah, should we end the stream?
probably good.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to come back.
Thanks everybody. Make sure you subscribe to each other's channels. Soon as Train Kid, soon as we're done here, I'll get on George's case. Make sure that he gets over to your channel. Subscribe to that one, 4501. It's at 4501 Live.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, make sure you come back 3 o'clock tomorrow. Get to see the Camelback,
Hump Day.
and we'll have to figure out some cool cars to pull behind it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys tomorrow, and you could be trained signing out.